Young master, concubine Gu is about to hang herself with a white silk. She says, if you don't go back, it'll be 2 lives lost.
Chen, if you dare set 1 foot outside this door.
Shinru is pregnant. She's emotionally unstable. I'll be right back.
Right back. On our wedding night, you abandon your wife for a concubine. What about the emperor's marriage decree? What about my father's martial manner? And its dignity?
Miss, don't act rashly.
My father taught me since I was young, except the emperor. No one can make me suffer even a bit. If you dare leave today, it's slapping the emperor in the face, and slapping my father in the face. This marriage, this position as the heir's wife. If you can't give me respect, then tomorrow at the palace. Nanger's why? We'll ask the emperor to decide.
My lady, our concubine is weak, and she's pregnant. Please let the heir go see her. Just coax her a little. We would never dare disturb your wedding night. You don't want on your wedding day a life to be lost, do you?
I'm going to check on Shinru. It won't delay our wedding night.
This wedding night, I'll spend alone.
Miss, why do you have to endure this humiliation? On your wedding day, even a concubine dares to climb over your head. She's stepping on you.
Humiliation. Your miss has never suffered humiliation in her life. Someone, come with me to comfort this concubine Gu.
Shinru, I told you, even if she married into the manor, she won't surpass you. You've always been in my heart. The only one I treasure. Don't worry. I won't betray you and our child. Quick, let the doctor take your pulse. See if you or the baby are hurt.
My lord, I am of low status. Knowing you were to have your wedding night, my heart is shattered. I would rather die than see you and that woman share a bed. If you become husband and wife with her, you might as well take a rope and strangle me and our child. But I have no choice. After all, I am the emperor's marriage decree. Madam, please give the heir back to Shinru, okay? You are a noble lady from a high family. Without the heir, there are other young lords from noble families you can marry. But Shinru, besides the heir, has nothing. Moreover, I am carrying the heir's child. Are you willing to marry a man who already has a child before you even enter the gate? And he said, he will not be a true husband to you. You will just be a decoration after you enter. Madam, why put yourself through this? Madam, you can't compete with me. He will only love me in this life.
Madam, please don't push me.
Shinru. What's wrong?
Madam won't allow me to give birth to the eldest son born of a concubine. I was delusional. But please, madam, have pity on a mother's heart.
Song Chuyao. If anything happens to Shinru and the child, I will not let you off. I thought you were different from others. We agreed on 3 rules. You agreed readily. Now that you've entered, are you going back on your word? You should know. I will never like you.
This kind of trick. I knew it would happen. But I didn't expect it on the very first day. I'd have to face it. You, the heir, should open your eyes and see. I was still a few steps away from her. How could I have pushed your beloved concubine Gu? Even if you want to frame me, look at the distance between us. You're too impatient. Husband. It's my fault. I was just so scared. My stomach hurts so bad.
Song Chuyao. If you hadn't made such a grand entrance today, Shinru wouldn't have been agitated, and you wouldn't have resorted to this. Haven't you caused enough trouble?
Since the heir can't tell right from wrong, then let's go.
Miss,
Are we just going to let it go?
Let it go. No way. Before the wedding, Chen and I had an agreement. I allow him to dote on his concubine, but he must give me the respect due to a wife, that way we can get by. This marriage was arranged by the emperor. Anyway, he doesn't like me, and I can't stand him either. But if he won't even give me the dignity of being the heir's wife, then nobody gets to save face. Nanny, go and rest now. We've got a tough battle tomorrow. When it was time to pay respects to the elders, I hadn't changed out of my wedding dress, nor had I fixed my hair. I headed to the main courtyard with my people. The main courtyard was bustling. Inside were relatives from both families and close friends from the capital. Because my father wasn't in the capital, the emperor allowed the wedding ceremony today. Elders and friends from both sides were all present. Auntie, please stand up for Chuyao. Chuyao doesn't want to marry anymore.
What happened here?
Madam, please do justice for our miss. Last night, just after they entered the bridal chamber, the heir's concubine threatened to kill herself. The heir left our miss to go comfort her. Our miss was startled, but thought as the wife, she should care for the concubine too, so she followed. But the heir said, the wife was just a decoration. He said he would never be a real husband to our miss. His heart belongs only to concubine Gu. He even yelled at our miss, saying she tried to harm the concubine's unborn son. Our master hasn't returned to the capital yet, and now our miss is married all alone. The Xie family is humiliating our miss like this. On the wedding night, the heir spent it with a concubine. If word gets out, the Song family's face will be trampled. How can our miss go on living?
Well said. I gave the nanny a mental thumbs up. Auntie. This marriage was decreed by the emperor. Chu Yao didn't dare refuse. But the moment I entered, there's already a concubine with child. And my future husband only dotes on her. Chu Yao is also from a good family. My father's precious daughter. Why should I suffer such humiliation? On the night of our wedding, my husband was in the side courtyard, spending the night with a concubine. If this gets out, how can Chu Yao ever hold her head up in the capital? If my mother's spirit in heaven knows, she would surely not bear to see me married into such a family. If the heir is unhappy with the emperor's arrangement, why didn't he reject the marriage? Instead, he brought me here just to humiliate me. Please, auntie, accompany me to the palace. Chu Yao wants to annul the marriage. My mother-in-law Lady Jing Yuanhao, her face went pale and flushed. Angry that I didn't know the proper way and aired the family's dirty laundry. Also furious at the heir for being heedless, causing such a scene on the wedding day beyond repair.
They're just a young couple quarrel in bed, make up in bed. No need to take it to the palace. Chanan was just momentarily confused.
What a fine Jing Yuanhao heir, momentarily confused. Do you think our house has no one? Chu Yao's father couldn't make it back for the wedding and you dare to humiliate his precious pearl. Her father isn't here, but I'm not dead yet. I'm going to the palace right now. I'll have a good talk with the empress. Let them see this is the marriage they bestowed. I'll let the world see what kind of thing the Jing Yuanhao heir is. Daring to say he married the legal wife as a decoration.
Bring me the heir and that time's person right now.
No need, I'll go see for myself. On the wedding day how he and the concubine spent the wedding night, the rules of the Jing Yuanhao mansion. I'll be sure to take a good look today.
My mother died early. Most of the time I grew up in the Dingguagong mansion. Aunt is like my own mother, loves me just as much. Now seeing me suffer such wrongs, how can she bear it? Husband, you promised Shinru that today you'll only accompany me, and the child not go with that woman to serve tea. You must keep your word, otherwise, me and the child won't let it go. And from now on, you're not allowed to touch her. You said you'd only have me as a woman, and couldn't even look at other women.
Yes, I promise you, that Song Chuyao is the daughter of a military officer. Very crude. How could she compare to my Shinru, who is so understanding and charming?
What a fine times woman seducing my son. Guards. Seize that times woman. Bitch. I allowed you to stay as a concubine in the Jing Yuanhao mansion, not to seduce the heir and make him favor the concubine over the wife. On the heir's wedding day, how dare you lure the heir into staying in your room overnight? How dare you?
I wouldn't dare. It's just that I had a stomachache that night and worried about the child, so I called the heir.
Liar. Guards, slap her 20 times to teach her a lesson. Let her know what she should do and what she shouldn't. Yes. Stop.
Mother, what are you doing? Shinru felt unwell last night. She's carrying your own grandson.
You wretch. Do you know where you stayed last night? In the concubine's courtyard? You're asking for death. If the emperor finds out, how will you explain yourself?
The emperor arranged the marriage. I married her as you commanded. Is the emperor going to meddle in my household affairs? Which family doesn't have multiple wives and concubines? Is Song Chuyao so domineering that I can't even take a concubine?
Lady Marquis, it seems the heir is not, as you said, ready to repent. Favoring the concubine over the wife like this. We won't tolerate this injustice.
I came into the palace in my wedding gown with my aunt to see the empress. Within half a day, the news that the Marquis of Jinyuan's heir favored his concubine over his wife and spent his wedding night with his concubine had spread all over the capital. I don't care about losing face, but I'm afraid the Marquis of Jinyuan might lose his head. Your Majesty the Empress, the heir has someone he truly loves. How could I break apart a pair of lovers? Please, Your Majesty, grant me permission to cancel my engagement to the heir. Let him be with concubine Gu. Moreover, concubine Gu is already carrying the heir's child. I was raised delicately since childhood, and the noble families have a code. If the legitimate wife hasn't entered the household but there's already a concubine's firstborn son, that is an insult to the Song family and a sign of disrespect. I dare not bring disgrace upon the Song family by my own actions. Lady Marquis and the young lord, but as for this imperial marriage...
Dissatisfied? The emperor and I have discussed it. Miss Song is the esteemed daughter of the Grand Marshal, the apple of his eye. She shouldn't have to suffer. If you, the heir, are dissatisfied with the marriage,
I can cancel the marriage
and bestow a new one. What do you think?
Yesterday, Chenon got drunk and lost his mind, went to the wrong courtyard. Today, he's sober and will never do it again. I have already reprimanded him. He dares not do it again. I beg your highness for mercy. In the future, he will surely cherish his wife and never dare favor his concubine over his wife.
The heir's concubine is restless.
Give her a cup of abortion medicine.
Your Highness, I beg your Highness for mercy. That child in Shinru's womb is my own flesh and blood.
You unfilial son. Shut up. Are you trying to bring disaster upon the entire Xie family? When your father returns, he will skin you alive.
When we returned to the Marquis' mansion, concubine Gu had already miscarried. She lost a fully formed male baby. My husband, they killed our child just because I'm lowborn. So I can't even have a child. Madam, you are so cruel. Because she's a noble lady, she had the Empress kill our child that was a fully formed son. I don't want to live anymore either.
Song Chuyao, you poisonous woman. You killed my son. I will get justice for mother and child. My lord, my lord. Song Chuyao, you thought you used the Empress's hand to kill my child and got away with it. This is the Jingyuan Marquis mansion, not your Song family. End quote.
He actually wants me to drink a sterility potion.
Enner, have you lost your mind? She is your lawful wife. She's the legitimate daughter of the Song family.
Imperial Edict. The Emperor decrees, Xie Chenan, heir of Marquis Jingyuan, dotes on his concubine and neglects his wife. He confuses the legitimate and the illegitimate, and disrupts moral order. Miss Song is willing to divorce him. Thus, heir Xie Chenan and Miss Song are granted a divorce. From now on, they are free to marry others, and shall have nothing to do with each other. This is the decree.
Divorce? Song Chuyao, since you plan to divorce, why did you harm my grandson? You poisonous woman.
Song Chuyao, you're quite the schemer. You made Shinru miscarry. You dare to divorce? You want to leave the Xie family? It won't be that easy.
I never intended to vie for your favor with your harem of beauties. But you dote on your concubine and neglect your wife. On our wedding day, you even dared to spend it with a concubine. You broke your promise and betrayed me. Why can't I divorce you? We of the Song family never suffer such humiliation.
So what? We of the Jingyuan Marquis manor, do you think you can come and go as you please? What if you and I became husband and wife for real? Then how would you divorce me? Once you step out that door, who would dare marry a divorced woman? And a jealous one at that.
Husband, the lady is just jealous. Once a woman becomes yours, she won't think of divorce anymore. If you make the lady yours, she will surely soften. She won't mention divorce again.
You, a concubine, dare to come up with such a shameless idea.
I'm just thinking of my husband. A woman should obey her husband, right? The lady is so jealous that how can she be a good mistress of the household?
Song Chuyao. Starting today, we'll be real husband and wife. The deed is done. How can you divorce me now?
Trying to use such a despicable method to force my hand. Xie Chenan is truly audacious. Dad.
Don't worry, Yaoer. Dad's back. In the capital, who would dare to touch a single hair on your head? Just now I vaguely heard something about jealousy. About a wife following her husband after marriage, and even about forcing a marriage to make it a done deal. I didn't expect the Marquis of Jingyuan to be so bold.
The imperial decree allows divorce.
But you want to force my daughter to be your real wife. Carry the young Marquis Xie to the palace gate, tell the emperor that the heir of the Marquis of Jingyuan doted on his concubine and neglected his wife.
Yes?
He listened to his concubine's words, locked up the lawful wife, and defied the imperial order not to allow divorce. Guards, bring out the eldest Mrs. Dowry. We're going home.
The dowry of the Song family, 180 chests, was carried out from the Marquis of Jinyuan's mansion.
Yaoer, we're going home.
Father also sent 8 carriers to lift the sedan chair, carrying me back to the Song family.
Meanwhile, the other team dragged Xie Chenan behind their horses directly to the palace and delivered his father's message to the palace. The emperor was furious. He made Xie Chenan kneel at the palace gate all night.
Once I get promoted again, I'll definitely get my revenge.
Imperial decree.
The heir of Marquis Jingyuan is ordered to reflect at home, forfeit 1 year's salary, and without summons, no need to attend court. Now that General Song has returned to the capital, the emperor is rewarding contributions. Who in the court doesn't want to curry favor with the Song family? You could have offended anyone else, but you had to offend the Song family, don't you know?
Your previous assignments.
After the emperor granted you the marriage,
Relying on General Song's prestige, others gave you favors.
you actually thought it was your own ability? Everyone in the capital now knows that you, the heir, were blinded by greed.
And actually messed up this marriage. From now on, you're on your own.
What? When have I ever risen through the ranks relying on the Song family? My colleagues all say it's me who was entrusted with this responsibility due to my outstanding ability. How could I be relying on others? Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
But no matter how hard he found it to believe. While he was recovering, he realized the Marquise's mansion was deserted, with no one visiting him. He sensed something was wrong. Until the mid-autumn palace banquet, he entered the palace and watched from afar as I entered the palace with my father. My father was surrounded by people eager to speak with him, everyone with humble smiles. And I was surrounded by noble ladies, as well as wives from various families, all wanting to secure a marriage alliance with the Song family. Miss Song, are you well? I heard you haven't found a suitable husband yet. Could it be that since you called off your engagement, no one dares to propose? Or is it that Miss Song still pines for the prince, but I'm afraid the prince won't be coming to marry you? The prince said once I bear his child, he'll make me his lawful wife. How dare you, Prince Xie, bringing a concubine to the palace feast? Today's banquet is hosted by the Empress, meant for the noble ladies of the capital. Prince Xie, you're putting Madame Gu on par with those aristocratic wives. Would you ask the ladies here if they'd sit as equals with you? A mere concubine, daring to show your face here.
Xie Qinan has some nerve. Bringing a concubine to a banquet? Has he lost his mind? When my husband goes to court tomorrow, he'll definitely impeach him. The emperor and empress already dislike him. And he dares to be this arrogant?
Your Highness, please take me to the palace. I promise I'll sit quietly in the corner, just to watch. I won't go near the ladies.
But he had to provoke me.
Then I won't hold back. I'll make sure Xie Qinan is disgraced. And I'll bind them together forever. He wants to use a noble marriage to rise again? Impossible. By the time Xie Qinan rushed over, it was already out of control. Your Highness, the only thing you can do is tell the Empress that concubine Gu is your lawful wife. You'll marry on an auspicious day. Otherwise, you might not leave the palace alive today.
The Empress is here. Your Majesty, allow me to report. Shinru is not my concubine. I have informed the clan. In 3 days, I will make her my legal wife.
That's why I dared to bring her to the palace banquet.
She will soon be the wife of the heir of the Jingyuan Marquis.
The heir is quite devoted. Since she is your legal wife, I cannot blame you. But this concubine has a low birth.
Guards.
I will assign a governess to discipline her. Also, to guard against the future, if the heir's wife makes a misstep, losing face for her noble status.
Now this is going to be good.
My lord, are you really going to make me your wife?
You. It's all your fault. You ruined my plan. Why did you have to provoke others? I told you to stay in the corner. But you wouldn't listen. Now you've caused trouble. It's all your fault. If you hadn't insisted on showing off, had to go and provoke, how would I have ended up like this? Our genuine Marquis manor, because of you, has lost all face in the capital. You think you're worthy to have the entire manor vouch for you? Guards, take concubine Gu away. Keep an eye on her, don't let her cause any more trouble. Our genuine Marquis manor's reputation cannot be tarnished by the likes of you. This matter has reached the Emperor's ears. I will make you the legal wife, but from now on you will only have this title. As for anything else, don't even think about it.
The lady suffered a stroke due to extreme anger. Her mouth and eyes are distorted, and she is partially paralyzed. She will likely need bed rest from now on. She will need full-time care for daily needs.
Young lord, how dare they look down on you? You are the heir of the genuine Marquis Manor. How dare they treat you like this? How dare they despise you?
It's all because of you. If you hadn't insisted on showing off and provoking trouble, I wouldn't have ended up like this. How could I be looked down upon? Isn't this the Marquis of Jingyuan's Lord Xie? I was wrong. I shouldn't have doted on the concubine and neglected my wife. I shouldn't have broken off the engagement, shouldn't have.
I didn't want to get involved, but the tavern where he's drinking is my family's business. The owner didn't dare to touch him, so he had to come tell me.
Chu Yao, have you had a change of heart? I now realize my mistakes. I shouldn't have treated you that way on our wedding night. I was wrong. Can we start over? I'll make you the legal wife, and Gu Xinru the secondary wife, equal status, you'll be the one in charge. Her being the legal wife was approved by the Empress, although I can't demote my wife to a concubine. I can send her away, just treat her as a tool. From now on, the Marquis's mansion will only have you as the heir's wife. We'll have children, and let her grow old in a distant land. What do you think?
He's dreaming. Who does he think he is? A sweetheart carrot. Everyone wants a bite. Little does he know he's just a rotten cucumber. No one wants him. Have him carried back to the Marquis's mansion. The heir's debt will be collected from the mansion. No credit.
Chu Yao, I was wrong. This time I came specially to propose again. If you just say yes, I will welcome you with a grand procession.
Your Jingyuan Marquis estate's petty rank also wants to marry my daughter? You already have a wife. Where do you plan to put my daughter?
The woman he once loved like a pearl, like a treasure, with a single dismissive sentence, he said to let her die. This shows how callous he is.
My daughter will share a husband with a brothel woman. Guards, throw him and his gifts out of here. Yes, sir.
Why did the heir, who clearly loved me the most, be so heartless? He actually said to let me die. For the sake of his career, he actually wants me dead. His like back then was all fake. I had you come to hear his words yourself. To make you give up hope. You think becoming the prince's wife is a good thing. Showing off in front of me. His career has been ruined because of you. He can't hate you enough. How could he still love you more than life? Gu Xinru. You are now a thorn in his side. Without me, there are other noble ladies. Once he latches onto one, you will become today's, the fate he speaks of. How is that possible? He clearly likes me so much. I gave him all my dowry and everything. I entrusted myself to him completely. How could he be so heartless? The madam of the brothel was right. Men are all unfaithful. There is no one worth entrusting myself to.
I heard that someone once gave you a precious hairpin. Exquisite beyond compare. In a few days, it's the Duke of Ding's legitimate daughter's birthday. Why don't you take it out first and let me use it as a birthday gift? Then, once I gain the Duke of Ding's favor, I'll repay you 100 times over, okay?
Let me find it and send it to your highness tomorrow. Could it be that your highness has taken a liking to the Duke of Ding's daughter?
If the Duke's daughter is willing to marry me, it will be the glory of our house. Then, my rise to prominence will be just around the corner.
If she does marry you, what will become of me?
You know the one I care most about in my heart. It's you. When the time comes, we'll pretend to demote my wife to a concubine. Once she's married in, I'll bring you back. And elevate you to co-wife. As you said, once the deed is done, what can he do about it? He'll be in the palm of my hand. In my heart. Only you are enough.
All right. Since we're in such good spirits today, let me change clothes, prepare a feast, and have a few drinks with you, my lord.
Where's the wife?
The missus said she was heading back to her folks' place this morning.
Gu Xinru doesn't have any family home. And now it's almost noon. We don't even know where she went. There's no way to find her. Just a woman of no importance. If she's gone, she's gone. But Xie Chenan discovered that Gu Xinru had drugged the wine.
You'd better find someone else, Your Highness. This medicine is very potent. No matter how skilled our medicine is, we can't restore the heir's manhood.
There's no such thing as a secret. Soon, the heir's wife ran away, and the fact that the heir is impotent spread like wildfire throughout the city. People don't know what really happened.
So they assume the heir must be impotent, and that's why his wife left him. If he can't be a man anymore, what's the point of being the heir?
This brat is hopeless. Spoiling a child only ruins him. Now it's come to this, and you, as his mother, still have nothing good to say? You were jealous and wouldn't let me take a concubine, and you spoiled the child yourself, raising him like this. Now the entire Marquis estate is ruined by the two of you. The Marquis of Jingyuan's estate is not just my estate alone, it concerns the future of the Xie family. I won't let you and your son do whatever you want. Since Chenan is useless, then don't blame me.
So you've had a mistress at the border all along. Now Xie Chenan has no heirs. You're about to bring your concubine into the manor as a legal wife.
These two children are the legitimate sons of the Xie family. From now on, all matters of the Chengxi Marquis Manor will be arranged according to the rules for legitimate sons.
I am the legitimate heir of the Jingyuan Marquis Manor. Father, how could you do this? Do you have any shame toward mother?
I cannot let the manor be ruined by the two of you. Xie Chenan. You've been abandoned. Don't you understand? If it weren't for your moral failings, how could the manor have fallen to this state? And you still won't repent.
Xie Chenan has been completely abandoned and become a laughingstock in the capital. From then on, he never recovered. He never held his head high again. And after my father returned to the capital, he said his whole body ached, so he volunteered to resign and retire. The emperor wouldn't let him go. He wouldn't allow him to step down.
He still kept him as the Grand Marshal.
Since only he could control those generals who refused to obey anyone else. But he allowed him to stay in the capital, and my father started helping me find a suitable husband. He was over the moon, critiquing young nobles every day, determined to find the best son-in-law in the whole world. I just smiled and said nothing. I simply watched my father cheerfully welcome and send off matchmakers. Those peaceful, happy days were what I loved the most.
My lord,
Time for your medicine. Drink it and you'll get better. You'll be like before.
things have come to this. You should accept it, my lord. The Marquis has already appointed his second son as the new heir. No one in the mansion takes you seriously anymore. This old servant is only thinking of old ties, that's why I come to attend you every day.
Old ties, ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Xie Chenan, in this life, the most ridiculous thing is to talk about old ties. I gave Gu Xinru my heart and soul, she took all my valuables, and drugged me to make me infertile. Betrayed Song Chu Yao. I pushed away the only one who could save me, the one who could prop up the Jingyuan household. I'm so stupid. Hopelessly stupid.
Stupid. That's an understatement. Back then, General Song's power shook the court. Miss Song Chuyao was the most dazzling noble lady in the capital. Countless men fought to marry her. The emperor arranged the marriage. That was a tremendous blessing, but you, on your wedding day, you favored the concubine over the wife, trampling the wife's dignity underfoot. You think Gu Shiru loves you? He never loved you for who you are. It's your status as the heir of Jinyuan Marquis, and the wealth and power you can give him. Back then, he came from a brothel. If it weren't for you, how could he have become the wife of the heir? But you fell on hard times, he turned around and left, without any affection at all.
I know. I found out later. The sweet words she said to me, the tenderness she used to coax me, were all fake. She took my silver, and even drugged my wine, ruined my future, and ended the Xie family line. I went to find her. After she ran away, I sent people everywhere to look for her for 3 months. Finally, in a small town south of the Yangtze River, I found her. She was wearing silks and satins, living in a big courtyard, with a young, handsome man by her side living a carefree and happy life.
You went to see her? What did she say to you?
What did she say?
Ha ha ha.
When she saw me, she didn't show an ounce of guilt. Instead, she laughed heartily, saying I brought it upon myself.
From the very beginning, approaching you was just for your money and status. I knew you were stupid, knew you were infatuated with my beauty.
So, you plotted against me step by step and had me completely under your control.
Someone like Song Chuyao, a born prodigy. You're not worthy of her at all. You lost her. That means you lost the greatest support in your life.
I ended up like this. It's all my own fault.
So you didn't do anything to her?
What could I do? I was weak at the time. I could barely stand. I only had 2 feeble servants with me. He was surrounded by guards. I couldn't even get near his courtyard. I could only watch her from afar. Watching her live so well. And I was trapped in this cold courtyard, wishing I were dead. She was my rightful wife. The emperor personally arranged the marriage. She was the cherished treasure of the Song family. But what did I do? For a lowly concubine, I abandoned her. On our wedding night, I went to comfort the concubine. I publicly humiliated her. I destroyed her dignity and ruined everything I had. I truly regret it. I regret being so blind, throwing away such a wonderful wife. All for Gu Xinru, that venomous woman. I regret that on the day of our wedding, I didn't stay in the bridal chamber. I didn't treat Chuyao better. If only I had kept the 3 agreements and given her the respect she deserved, would everything have been different? Would I still be the confident heir of the Jingyuan marquis? Would Chuyao still be my wife? Would we live in mutual respect and spend our days in peace?
My lord, there's no what if. You chose this path yourself. You'll have to bear the consequences yourself. Back then, Miss Chuyao gave you a chance. Before the wedding, she set 3 conditions for you. As long as you treated her with respect, she would tolerate Gu Xinru. But you broke your promise and pushed her away with your own hands. Did you know that Miss Chuyao, on the day she went to the palace to divorce, the empress asked her if she was willing to give you another chance?
The Song family never suffers injustice. Once unfaithful, never trusted again.
Her heart left on the day of your wedding to the bridal chamber. It died.
Chuyao. I really want to see her one more time. I want to say I'm sorry to her. I don't seek her forgiveness. I just want her to know that I know I was wrong. I truly know I was wrong. I also know this is nothing but wishful thinking. Song Chuyao now is no longer that young bride who was a trusted confidant and was bullied by me when she first married into the Marquis' mansion. She's the Marshal's cherished daughter, the most sought-after lady in the capital. With countless suitors, she's at the peak of glory, and I am just from the Jingyuan Marquis manor, a discarded former heir, a man with a disability, a disgraced wreck. Between us, there's already a chasm as wide as heaven and earth, an insurmountable gap. We will never see each other again in this life.
Chuyao.
Look. That one is the legitimate son of the Minister of Personnel. Elegant and refined.
Exceptionally talented. Last year, he came 3rd in the imperial exams. He looks quite refined. And that one over there?
He's the youngest son of the town guarding general.
Highly skilled in martial arts, cheerful personality.
He went to the battlefield at a young age. He earned battle merits. Not bad. Miss, how can you not care at all? These young gentlemen, every one of them is talented and handsome, from prominent families, more than worthy of you. Isn't there even one you like? Marriage is no child's play. It's not just about a good family, or good looks that make a match. What I want is someone who understands me, respects me, and truly cares for me. Not someone who only values family background, a husband I have to depend on. Well, that's true. But these young gentlemen are all the ideal matches for the capital's ladies. To have one who truly cares for you is already a rare blessing. What's the rush? I have my father's love and power and influence. I'm living a comfortable and carefree life. Why rush into marriage? A good meal is worth the wait, and a good match isn't afraid of delay. The one who's meant for me will appear at the perfect time. Until then I just need to enjoy the peaceful moments of the present.
Well said. Indeed, you are truly my Song Qing's daughter, insightful and broad-minded.
Father,
Before you marry, enjoy yourself freely in the mansion. My daughter is right. When it comes to marriage, better to have none than settle for less. With your father here, no one dares to wrong you. You can marry whenever you wish and I'll always support you.
thank you, Dad.
Marshal Song, you are truly blessed. Miss Chuyao is smart and insightful, dignified and poised. She's truly a rare gem. These young men who came today, to win Miss Chuyao's favor, are the lucky ones. Isn't that right? Miss Chuyao excels in both civil and martial arts. She's exceptionally courageous. Back then, in that situation at Marquise Jingyuan's mansion, she handled it calmly. And got out unscathed. No ordinary woman could compare. If my son could marry Miss Chuyao, I'd be laughing in my dreams.
Marshal, Miss, someone from the palace has arrived, says Her Majesty the Empress invites you to go to the palace for a banquet immediately.
It seems Her Majesty also thinks of you. Quickly get ready, and go with the palace attendants.
The grievances, anger, and resentment, along with the imperial decree of divorce, have, with the passage of time, slowly faded away. Chuyao, you're here, come over and sit. Greetings, Your Majesty the Empress.
Rise. We're all family, no need for formalities. It's been a few days since we last met, and you look even better.
It seems life has been treating you well. Thanks to Your Majesty's blessings, everything is well. That divorce of yours back then, I've always kept it in mind. I've always felt you were wronged.
Good thing your father returned to the capital to protect you.
And fortunately, you're clear-headed. You didn't get deeply caught up. You got out in time.
Otherwise, you might have been wasted your whole life on Xie Chenan.
Xie Chenan, that man, looks clever but is actually extremely foolish. He can't tell what's important. Can't tell good from bad. He had such a good wife but didn't want her, and instead obsessed over a woman like Gu Xinru. Now look where it got him. He got what he deserved. It's all water under the bridge now. Your Majesty, you don't need to bring it up. I'm doing well now. I've already let it go. I'm glad you let it go.
I summoned you to the palace today first, because I haven't seen you in a while and wanted to talk.
Second, there's something I want to ask your opinion about. Please, Your Majesty, go ahead. The current third prince, do you know him? I've heard. The third prince excels in both civil and martial arts. He is morally upright. He has a reputation for virtue. The third prince has often mentioned you to me lately. His words are full of admiration. He says you are intelligent and courageous, dignified and graceful, a truly remarkable woman. He wishes to marry you as his princess. I believe you two are a match made in heaven. I wonder what you think. Thank you for your kindness, Your Majesty. This matter is entirely up to my father. I have no objection.
Good. Good.
Good, I knew you would agree.
I will inform the emperor immediately. We will pick a day and issue the marriage decree. We will give you a grand wedding.
Thank you, Your Majesty. For the rest of your life, may it be filled with splendor and free from sorrow.
I, Shen Qian, in this life, only for you, will dote on you, protect you, respect you, love you, never let you suffer the slightest grievance, never let you shed a single tear. Chuyao. All the pain and bitterness of the past, the unbearable grievances, they are all in the past now. For the rest of my life, I'll be there for you.
I know.
Chuyao, thank you for giving me a complete and happy family. From now on, I will protect you and our child, protect this life of peace, year after year.
Our granddaughter is charming and lovely, such a lively and clever girl. My family has finally got what we wished for, a perfect life.
Chuyao. All the scenery in the world is ordinary. Having you by my side in this life, I am already content. This life is enough.